A broken water pipe, a leaky roof, a flooded basement. Water damage in your house is bad enough, but add mold and it becomes a health hazard. Today, what you can do to help eliminate those risks.
Plus, this time of year is not necessarily cheery for everyone. How you and your ex can see eye to eye when it comes to holiday happiness for your children.
The cable channel HGTV is known for its helpful decorating tips, and now some of those designs are coming here to Delmarva. And we're going to tell you where.
From near and afar, people will be heading to Easton this weekend. It's the 42nd Annual Waterfall Festival, a preview of this big event coming up.
And we asked you, and you gave it to us. Recipes, that is. Today, one of our Delmarva Life viewers schools us on how to make jambalaya.
And King's Ransom is in the house. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from Historic Studio D.
And I'm not sure, is it jambalaya or jambalaya? I think it's
I've always said jambalaya.
Jambalaya. Oh, well, whatever.
I've always said good.
Yeah, it's good, whatever it is. We're going to learn how to make some of that coming up in a little bit. But first, I don't know if you saw yesterday, Walmart made an announcement that it's going to open up 2 hours earlier Thanksgiving night.
I heard about that, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to open up at 8 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock like it did last year. So this is kind of, we thought this was kind of a big deal because
it's still Thanksgiving.
It's still Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They're starting Black Friday on Thursday. So we took the question to Facebook. Should retailers let their employees have Thanksgiving off? And we got a lot of response like this from Patty. Yes, let the employees stay home on holidays with family. Major holidays are becoming too commercial.
Woodrow Dale Waller said, is 2 hours going to make a difference?
I don't know. And Brian says, I think it is wrong. I own a business and I make sure my staff has time off to enjoy their families. I think when a business puts profits over people, nobody wins.
Okay, but listen to this from Tammy Lynn. We don't live in a traditional society anymore. Some people need to or want to work that day. I think we need to stop bashing employers and respect that the people working may be thankful they have jobs.
Yeah. And Walmart is not the only company that's open on Thanksgiving Day. That's just the one that, made the announcement yesterday. Yeah. But it takes you back to, remember, is it the Sunshine Laws or the Blue Laws?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where, nothing was open on Sunday. And I remember when they started changing that, this is how everyone was.
And this was how everybody reacted. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's become a commercial world, but it's a different world than it was before, too. So
sure is.
I'm working Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
so,
you are.
it's.
But you're working in the morning and then you go home.
That's true. That's true. And then I'm working Black Friday morning, and Carol's spending the money. I don't know how that worked out. But anyway.
You requested the work Black Friday morning.
I'm not going with you. I am not throwing elbows. I will not do it.
Oh, goodness.
But anyway, it's a very interesting question. If you think of some more thoughts on it, please let us know. We'd love to hear about it.
Yeah.
Yesterday went well, and that, as a matter of fact, is how we're going to stop take a look at this. You recognize that hatchet being buried?
There it goes.
That was in Georgetown for Return Day. The weather certainly did cooperate. 200-year-old ceremony, a tradition. All the winners and losers get together to bury the hatchet, and lo and behold, even after he said he wasn't going to show up, guess who did?
Yeah,
that's him. Our VP, Joe Biden, came back. He did stay on the Delaware Tech campus, though, so that didn't shut down the circle like they did last time he was here.
Yeah, for security.
Which was kind of tough on everybody, but he was in town, so that was a good thing.
Yeah. Remember last Friday, Captain Willie Dykes was in, and he showed us how to make venison with cherry sauce. Oh, it was so good. Well,
I wish you hadn't brought that up.
Well, Delaware's shotgun deer hunting season begins today. So I guess what I'm telling you, Jimmy, is you need to go shoot a deer.
Oh, okay.
Natural Resources officials say the season ends November 17th and resumes for a week in January. Muzzle loaders may be used during...
Captain just walked in.
Oh, he just walked in, yeah. May be used during these dates and may be equipped with scopes.
I didn't know that you could use a scope with a muzzle loader. Not that it wasn't... I didn't know it would do you any good. I didn't realize muzzle loaders were that accurate.
Yeah.
So I guess you can put a scope on there. And just as a reminder, if you are a hunter, you've got to register your deer within 24 hours.
Right.
So just a reminder there. Saw this this morning in the Daily Times. The whole thing about speed cameras and traffic cameras at stoplights and things like that came into Maryland in 1997. I think the speed cameras came out in 2007. It's become a big deal in Salisbury, especially around the schools, because a lot of drivers speed through there.
Yeah, they do.
So it's not just a revenue generating machine, it's something to try to control the safety for the kids. And they put this paper in this morning, the Daily Times here. There's a speed camera there on the left, and they're talking about different technologies that'll hide your plate. That wasn't what found me so interesting, is that truck right there that one of our camera guys just pointed at. I'm looking at this truck thinking, wow, that looks just like my truck. And then if you look closely, under the front bumper, you'll see 2 square fog lights. FJ Cruisers don't come with those. I put those on. That is my truck. That's my truck.
Now, did the actual speed camera get a shot of you?
No, because otherwise I'd have shown you the black and white picture of me driving away. But that was just weird seeing my truck in the. That was anyway.
You know, I was going to say that looks like yours.
It's exactly like my truck. Good news for the Salisbury University volleyball head coach Margie Knight. She reached an historic mark. Her team defeated Virginia Wesleyan record for a 400th win. Good job.
Wow.
That's nice. NCAA tournament play begins tonight for the Seagulls. They are looking for 401. They'll be playing Mount St. Mary in the Mag's gym. And she credits everyone who gets involved, from the players to the parents to all the fans, for 400 victories.
400 wins.
That's awesome.
That is a lot. Hey, want to remind you there is still time to get tickets, and they still are available for the Sammy Kershaw concert tonight in Cambridge. You know, we gave away some tickets and gave a meet and greet. Here are the details, of course. The concert is tonight at Salewinds Park in Cambridge. Doors open at 7 p.m. The concert starts at 8 p.m., so you have a couple hours. If you'd like some information on tickets, there's the number, 410-829-0528.
Looking for something to do on the other side of the peninsula? Berlin's monthly second Friday art stroll continues this evening from 5 to 8 with 4 new businesses making their debut. Organizer Michael Day says you'll find live music, pottery, comedy, and more. All the restaurants stay open until after 8, and since it's colder, a lot of the artists moved inside. So be sure to go out and get that done. Comics.
Yeah.
Did you grow up with comic books? I had comic books.
I did. Well, yeah, I always got the Archie.
That's what I got.
That's what I got.
It has become a multi-billion-dollar business, and if your kids have the flair, there's somewhere they need to go tomorrow morning at 10. Saturday, PLB Comics is offering a free workshop for teens who want to create their own work. Now, before you just shrug this off, James Dufenduck is the head of public relations and marketing at PLB, and this is what he says. He says, most people think that creating comics is just the art, but it's a lot more than that. He says creative writing, the ability to tell a sequential narrative, an eye for graphic design, being able to work in a team, and the drive to see a project to completion are all important factors in creating a comic book, which I never looked at it that way.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's become such a viable trade for young people that University of Maryland Eastern Shore recently made sequential art a degree in its art department.
That's amazing.
So this is something, now if you want to go, it's going on tomorrow, Wicomico County Public Library, the Center Branch in Salisbury. That's going to be 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You know what? I think I said earlier 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'll double check on that and find out for sure for you. If you want to find out for yourself, you can call 410-546-5397. Will not cost you 1 thin dime.
Oh, wow. Sounds like a good time. You know, when Sandy came through, Superstorm Sandy came through, and especially when it hit New Jersey and New York, a lot of kids were displaced, a lot of little kids, and I imagine that was pretty scary for them. Well, an episode of Sesame Street aired this morning, and it showed the iconic community of the Heart of the Children's Show nearly destroyed by a hurricane. In this episode, Big Bird checks on his home only to find the storm has destroyed his nest. How sad. But the good news is all of his neighbors pitch in and fix his home. One of the supervising producers said, we were looking for something to showcase the power of community overcoming a terrible event. What a great idea.
Oh,
and
no kidding.
Some of it was shot actually back when Hurricane Katrina hit. They shot some of it, but they shot some more recent and put it together.
Wow.
So it aired on PBS this morning, but I'm sure there's other opportunities to see it.
I wish I'd seen that. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Well, still to come, many of us have had to deal with water damage in our homes, speaking of Sandy, and just because you think you may have cleaned it all up, you may want to think again. More could be lurking where you can't see it. We'll find out what impact mold can have on our health and how we can try to control it.
And staying in the home, how you can spruce up yours with designs seen on HGTV, plus how you can figure out which design style is the right one for you. Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. And your local York and Mitsubishi dealers.